Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be flipping it back to Bitcoin. Um, I got it on the 4 hour chart. We talked about yesterday how we had a breakout. We saw this, we noticed this consolidation pattern of a symmetrical triangle, and we managed to break out of it. But I mean, like, a few 4 hour candles later, we broke back down. And so here we are trying to reassess what this is going to play out to. Obviously, today is not a very good day. A lot of altcoins are down against their US dollar pairing. Celsius is the odd man out. But regardless, everything is about 2-3% down against Bitcoin, and then plus 6% down on Bitcoin versus USD results in like a 7.5% drop against Ethereum against the US dollar, almost 11% for Link against the US dollar, etc., etc. So we held support. I mean, if we want to take something good out of this, we held support, and we're back in the formation now. There can be a case to be made that this is just invalidated, like this is not going to work anymore. But we'll see how that plays out. We still have, I guess, the rest of the day today and tomorrow to kind of see how this plays out. Um, However, like when we look at the daily, it seems that it was the 20-day moving average, essentially, that kind of rejected us from there. And so you could see that we closed above it yesterday, but then immediately came back down the next day. And so we weren't able to hold the 20-day moving average, which would be the first step in our journey back to the 20-week moving average, obviously. So we would have to break out of the 20-day and then move on to the 20-week and then break over the 20-week, so on and so forth. This is the marathon, not the sprint. And that's pretty that and that's kind of the takeaway, I guess, for days like today. It's a good reminder that yeah, Bitcoin below the 20-week moving average is not a very peaceful time. There's going to be swings to the downside that really affect the market, where you really see your altcoin positions start to bleed, and it's not going to be a fun time. And the last 2 days were great. I mean, Bitcoin was going up, it was going up. Altcoins were also going up. Ethereum was up, Chainlink was up, but now Chainlink is bleeding. And you could say the same for a lot of altcoins for today. But I mean, like VeChain had a pretty good day yesterday. Yeah, 9% up against Bitcoin, but then reality sets back in. Bitcoin drops, and then the market really takes a hit. So as long as Bitcoin is below the 20-week moving average, we need to be expecting these kinds of moves and not put too much high of expectation on moves like what we saw yesterday, where we saw a breakout. We saw it get to the 20-day. We were kind of hoping that it would break the 20-day, and this might be the start of the recovery of getting back to the 20-week. No, that's not the case. If you flip it back to the, you know what, I'm just going to get rid of this here, and we'll just take a look at the weekly here. So the weekly, we're still up 3% against the US dollar, if that's any consolation. Um, Now, obviously, we can't set a trend off of two. I don't think we can. It'd be wise to set a trend off of just two weekly candles, right? But I mean, the trend kind of the trend indicates we're going up. So it could be that every week after this, it's going to be a slow move up towards the 20-week moving average. Currently, right now, the 20-week is at 48,547. It is flat at the moment, so it's not moving up or down. But but the longer we stay below it, the longer eventually it'll start to turn and roll over, and the 20-week moving average will start coming back to us, back to the price. And so that's pretty much it, folks. Other than that, it's unfortunate. Bitcoin couldn't really break for, was it 40,000? Yeah, 40,000. But it's just something that we're going to have to live with. We'll see how we're still in the region. Okay, that's another thing. We're also still in this region here that I have. We'll see how long. this holds, whether that's Bitcoin slowly moving towards the 20-week moving average on like a few percentage per week basis of just a very, very long, tumultuous move up, uh, or if we're gonna set like this the structure that we had, that symmetrical triangle, and us breaking below it might indicate further downside moves to $30,000 and probably and maybe even lower. We'll see how that plays out. Um, Looking at the Bitcoin dominance, we're up for today. We're up 0.37 percentage points for the day, but for the week, we're still significantly down. We're heading towards back to the bottoming out of 39.85. Time will tell if we're able to uh, come back down to this level, potentially break it. My guess is that we don't come back to this level. Not until the next altcoin cycle. I think this is just a I'm somehow convinced that people are still thinking that altcoins have a chance to outpace Bitcoin during this period. Um, but I think the longer Bitcoin stays below the weekly moving average, the 20-week moving average, the sooner people start to realize that altcoins might not be the best asset to hold at the very moment. Now, obviously, that's just a general, like a general statement to make for me. Obviously, there are like some plays that have been killing it. Celsius is one. It's been putting green weekly candles for the past 4 weeks. Matic is another. I think Matic had an incredible move. I don't know what it's. Okay, it's down. It's down 15% for the week. Okay, so maybe not Matic, but last week Matic put in like a 69% move on the week against Bitcoin. So there are going to be outlier cases, but on the general sense, altcoins are going to struggle, and some altcoins are going to struggle more than others. Um, the name of the game is to kind of have your have your position already ready before these kinds of moves happen. Um, like during this period when Bitcoin was up around $60,000, I was selling my altcoin positions. That's what I was doing. I sold my Ethereum position, not all of it. I sold all of my V chain. I sold some Litecoin, some XRP during that move, and just slowly building up my Bitcoin position to the point where it became almost half of my portfolio, and and then the market dropped. So with that said, it's important to kind of manage your risk, right? So in my view, I believe that Bitcoin is the least riskiest asset. Therefore, I want to weight my portfolio more in Bitcoin, so that in a case of a dump, which it could very well happen because we were flirting with the 20-week, I am prepared for that. If it bounced, so be it. I have Bitcoin. It's gonna bounce. My portfolio will bounce. Maybe not as hard as if I had a heavier weighting in altcoins, but I have the peace of mind of de-risking my positions. Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. We're coming by the end of the week. It is Friday, so we'll see how we play out for like the rest of the week. There's 3 days left, 2 days left. But the more data we have below the 20-week moving average, we'll get a sense of direction. Currently, right now, the direction says a slow grind up, which kind of makes sense. We always said this is the marathon, not the sprint, and it's going to take longer than what a lot of people are comfortable with waiting. But that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.